Well, sorry for the big delay. We had some technical issues, but it seems like DarkCucco is ready for his Space Megaforce run. And I've heard something interesting about dying and donations. Maybe you can explain a little bit more about it. Good luck, DarkCucco.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm. Thank you, Rashla. Yeah, with Space Megaforce, it's a pretty difficult shoot 'em up. If you turn up the difficulty a bit, it gets insane. And I decided I would go ahead and donate €1 for every death I have. If it's an intentional death and I haven't died before, I count that as a deathless run, which will be €10. And if I should game over, I'm not sure, but it will be a lot more expensive. So really quick, the rules require to show off, yeah, game mode is normal. Controller setting, you can set it up like you want to have it. We don't care about that one. And I'm going to jump right into the game, standard game. Timing starts as soon as I hit standard game, so can I have a countdown?
3, 2, 1, go!
So yeah, as I said, standard shoot 'em up. The story here is pretty easy. Aliens are attacking Earth again, like in the earlier games of the series, in Japan known as the Elasti games. And a giant UFO appeared over Brazil.
Multiple shots.
So I'm going to investigate. And here I don't want to collect the wrong power-ups,
Laser.
which is why I'm ignoring the green one there. I want to have the laser, weapon number 2. The special part about this weapon, it's homing. And as most of this game with all shoot 'em ups is an auto-scroller, it makes the stages itself pretty easy. At the same time, I'm trying to collect as many of these yellow and green eggs that you will see. They are used to level up my weapons, which also works as my shield. So if I get hit with level 0 or level 1 as a weapon, I die. Level 2, 3 and 4, I go back to level 0, and 5 and 6 put me back to level 2. So best case, I can get hit exactly twice. And after that I would die. Also, the weapons get more powerful. I have a much larger effect, and with the laser I get a really important version of the weapon at the very end. Green egg. I really want to grab that green egg. Yellow eggs count as 1 point towards the next level. Depending on your weapon level, you have to get a certain amount of points to get to the next one, but with a green egg you will get the next level instantly. Currently I'm dodging all other weapons, even though the laser is pretty much the weakest weapon. For every stage it is the best.
Laser.
Also, picking up the laser again puts me up 1 level, which means level 6 max level. Now I have 2 homing shots and 1 normal, more powerful shot to the front, 1 powerful shot to the back. And there I got the first life. Depending on your points, you get lives in this game, and also these yellow ships. Whenever I have a yellow ship and I die, I don't go back to the last checkpoint in the level, but instead I'm going to respawn at the exact point where I died, including all damage I might have done to bosses, all killed enemies, stuff like that. At the same time, it will refill my power bomb count, which is pretty nice. And that is why I might take an intentional death at the very last boss of the game, because it's very nice to have the power bombs. On the other hand, if I have enough damage on him already and my weapon level is high enough, I will not die. Because the weapon I will use for him is insanely powerful if on a higher level. Which, by the way, is the number 1 there, MPL, multiple shot, the standard weapon. On bosses, this one is really good. And you will see me use it for pretty much the entirety of the last stage. Just because of the high damage output that it has. Yeah, right now I'm collecting some power bombs. Down there would be alive, but I'm not grabbing that because I'm already at 5 lives. And it will get only better. Or is it 4 so far? I think 0 is alive too in this game. I forgot about that. I never hit that low of a life count during runs, so I actually have no idea. But yeah, here you can see why I love the laser for stages. Stages, the main focus is don't die. For bosses, it's a bit different. The time saves in this run is completely based on how you perform on certain boss fights. And also your weapon choice. I don't want to have spread shot. Spread shot, the number 7, actually is really powerful. You get drones which also fire on the boss. So I have to destroy everything. And here we go. First attack on the space station. Again, laser with the homing ability, super good. I don't even have to directly aim at what I want to destroy. I just go ahead and destroy it.
Laser.
So, time to explain one of the other weapons in the game, which I used in my casual playthrough of this game, which is the number 3, circles. Circles are really just orbs circling around you, hitting enemies and preventing you from getting hit, which sounds great. But it's really hard to use them and the damage you deal with your normal shot is minimal. So that is the weapon I absolutely don't want to use at all. Number 5, the missile there. It is either homing or not, depending which version of the shot you want to use by pressing R or the right trigger in the standard settings. They deal a lot of damage, but as soon as you fight in closed spaces, and we will see some later on, the weapon is completely useless. So, just taking one of the power bombs here because I got a new one and it's easier and faster. Firing to my back, that is something only very few weapons can do. You have the laser, you have certain versions of the multi-direction shot, which is either the one multiple shot that has an option to fire backwards or in a cross pattern. And the number, I think it is 4, which actually fires in the direction you're currently moving. An additional shot. High damage shot. Also not a bad weapon, especially for closed off spaces. But it isn't as good for normal levels as the laser. Because as you can see, I pretty much have no problem at all dealing with the space station. So, here we go.
Laser.
I don't want that green thing to turn into any other weapon. That would be very bad for me. I'm actually picking up the yellow eggs because even on max level, the values stack up. So if I get hit and lose a level, I've collected enough eggs before and I get one more yellow egg, it is an instant level up. And if I have enough points to get another level up, it is only 2 eggs to get back to level 4 at that point. And that can continue up to the point where you actually only need to collect 3-4 eggs after you get hit and you're at max level again. Which I want to prepare, because I'm going to get hit at some point. Not in this stage, but maybe 2 stages from now on.
Give me a break, will you?
Yeah, this is the boss. Well, boss, it is the last part of the space station.
Laser.
And all you have to do is defeat all the rest here. Yeah, got stuck there. Okay. Still not the worst that can happen. There goes the space station. And now we're off to a very relaxing level, actually. Every third level of the game is the same. It is a mini-boss. And you can see the boss and attack it during the actual stage. So in this case, you have floating coins. And we're actually not in space. That is part of the story. That alien ship that attacked Brazil, it actually is a sphere, and we managed to get inside of that sphere. By the way, I just went up from level 2 to level 6 within the first 20 seconds of this stage. But yeah, this is the boss of this stage. As I said, you can see it early. You can attack it early. And there is a reason why I'm still playing on laser, and that is the next stage. There are a lot of stages here where you actually really want the laser. The second one, which we already saw, there is a mine station, there is an outpost station with a lot of turrets firing at you. All get super easy when you use the homing laser. So, area 3. As I said, the areas 3, 6 and 9 are super short and easy. I can always see that in my splits for this game. Alright, this is the fire stage. Mistook it, the mine stage is the next one. Yeah, this stage has a lot of fire. So far, no fire, but we will see it. Also, inflating planets. I have to kill them.
Laser.
Yeah, I'm going to kill some planets inside of an alien spaceship. Because video games. Okay, this is one of the stages where I know I will get hit at times. Just because of its design. But we're back at
Laser.
level 4. Which means there is not a lot of trouble now. I want that one to change. I hope I can make a change. Sometimes you can make the green... Yeah, things change. And this is an on-screen power bomb. Free of use, but it will disappear after a very short time. So, time to decide for one pathway here and stick with it. tactical use of power bombs just to get rid of planets, which can be a problem, but it's usually not that bad. They're more of an annoyance. And getting rid of flamethrowers. Yay! So that was the easy part of the stage. This game here at BSG has kind of a funny backstory because without BSG, or in particular Cruel, I wouldn't run this game. He recommended me this game to me and made me play it casually, and I really liked it. So I decided to play it again on my own time, and I discovered, oh, I got a lot better at it second try playing it. Not even trying to speedrun it, I took like a little over an hour to beat this game. So I decided, yeah, okay, you know what? I can route this to be a speedrun. And yeah, by now, I'm running this game a lot. Current world record for this game is at 56 minutes. And, oh, I forgot how many seconds. And I was very surprised when I got that time. I didn't know it was possible to get a time sub 57 for this game at that point. Sadly, I am currently the only one running the long category of this game.
Laser.
But there are a few people who are learning the short version of the run, which I can absolutely recommend. It is an 8-minute run, so it's not that long, and it's really not that hard to learn. It's 4 stages, 2 bosses, and it teaches you really well how to play this game. And the game is a lot of fun. Okay, that power bomb didn't trigger when I wanted it to trigger, but that's okay. Number 8 there, Scattershot. You might see this weapon as a backup for a lot of damage. It shoots a giant ball which will split up into a lot of small shots when it hits something. It is one of the higher damage weapons in the game. And there I took a bit more damage than I wanted to. But it doesn't matter too much. Power Shot is a charge weapon. Decently good.
Power shot.
Yeah, this boss really sucks.
Right.
Yeah, there's Scattershot. This is a good way of getting some damage in for this boss. Ah, and that's €1.
F1.
Multiple shots.
So, multiple shot. This is basically what you can do with that weapon. You can put it to a lot of different patterns. But, the death isn't too bad. I took a lot of damage before that I wasn't supposed to take. Can happen. After all, this is a shoot 'em up, a bullet hell game. And at times it can really get the better of you. This stage is really interesting because you have to fight enemies from all sides. There are drills which try to kill you. There are blocks which will start falling when you free them. So yeah, they're only falling because I hit all the other gravel around it, holding it up. Interesting mechanic. And I really like this stage.
Laser.
So back to my laser, and this time around it is pretty much mandatory. So, okay, we're stuck. What are we doing? Yeah, we're starting to follow some of the drills here. And there you could see why I actually love the laser. I'm just hitting enemies around the corner. So I really want that one. The blue lasers deal a lot more damage than the yellow one, but for small enemies like the turrets here, doesn't matter at all. Like, I want to hit them once, maybe twice. Oh yeah, those enemies, the laser starts to home in before it can attack them. Which means as soon as they can be attacked, they will get a lot of damage. And we're back to the full powered version of the laser, which is very useful a bit later on in this stage, because there are a few enemies attacking from behind. With some weapons it is really bad, because weapon 7, the spread shot with the drones, has no way of attacking to the back. So number 4, multi-direction shot, and number 1, the multiple shot, both decent weapons for this stage, but to be completely honest, the laser is the way to go. In this stage, you will see me pick up at least one more bonus. There is a power bomb. You can only get that one if you have a weapon that fires to the back. And by now, I will go into a situation where I actually have to... What? Okay, there we go. Picking up the scatter shot. Also a good weapon here. You can see it fires in all directions just by hitting something, because it explodes. But I actually want the multiple shot to prepare for the boss of this stage. I thought I had a clean one there. Yeah, second hero. But yellow ship. What? I can't fire. What?
Did you just die?
Yep. In a very cheap way. I have to tank it through this. So yeah, intentional deaths after I already died, I count them. So it's currently 4 euros. Okay, there was a weird hitbox and it's back to the checkpoint, which was just a moment ago, by the way. Safety power bomb here. And this is where things could get really interesting without the laser. Because you see there's a lot of stuff going on the screen. This is also one of the 3 hardest stages in the entire game. Needing that one. Yeah, at times I can even hit stuff through the walls with a laser, which is amazing. Yay for good hitboxes. Not going to risk anything here. I thought I could get the 2 there to get a little upgrade on my laser. Not grabbing the circle, please. Oop. Fighting some of the gravel here. And another egg. And of course, it is time for the drills again. Which, this time around, means I'm getting a few eggs. Yeah, I'm not having any of this. Nope.
Power
Okay. Soon there's the boss, so time to switch to some high damage weapon. Like the power shot. Which, as you can see, has a really high area of effect. And is a very long-lasting attack. By the way, it is unblockable. It fires through anything. Even the laser is stopped by some stuff, but this one isn't. And the more powered up it gets, the funnier gets the effect. And there goes the boss. This is why I switched back to laser. I could see the boss was nearly dead. By the way, I got another life. For every, I think it's 50,000 points, I get one. Every 5,000 points from now on, or 10,000, the ship will turn yellow and give me the retry instantly. Yeah, stage 4 was, 5 was that evil because that one part where you can get stuck, which actually kills you over and over again. Is not the best design in this game. And this stage actually is in short mode. It is the very first you play in short mode. So yeah, you can imagine how easy short mode has to this stage has to be when it's the first stage for another mode. The answer is really easy. All the boss does is move left and right, drop some barrels. Very few enemies spawn. Pretty much a stage to power up, get some points to maybe get alive. All the fun stuff, all the good stuff. Also a nice little break before the next set of stages, which contains one of the other really hard stages. And there's a reason why I actually call that one stage hell in my splits. To be precise, exploding hell. Because the entire stage is exploding all the time. It's not giving you any breaks. But before that, we're heading to the Outpost, which is an amazing stage in itself. This one defines bullet hell for this game later on. But it is actually straightforward as long as you have the laser. Because I don't have to do much here. Can pretty much just hold down the fire button, move a little bit left and right, grab a few power-ups. Over there. So that is still not the outpost section. This is the section before the outpost, the asteroid field. The outpost is the last gauntlet of this stage, and It's a point where you can get hit super easily. Which is why I'm actually very happy that I got a power bomb.
Laser.
So more asteroids and I'm going faster and faster. And like in the game Asteroids, you're getting points for shooting down the asteroids. Which is a very good thing. Also, the normal bullets there, the red ones, the laser blocks those. If I hit them with a blue laser, they disappear. Which is another reason why this weapon is really good. And there we have the power bomb, well, the fake power bomb. It wouldn't go up the screen again, it just goes down and disappears, so I took it because I would lose it either way. And yeah, you get a lot of X here, so you know what's coming up. Has to be fun. The game actually hands you a laser to give you a hint. Maybe go for that one. Because now we're starting the outpost section, which contains of a lot of turrets. Like that one is just the start. You have some walls, laser turrets, normal turrets, small, big, rockets. And we're nearly done with the easy part of the outpost. There is another break here. And now we're going for the real part. So, yeah. You like bullets? I hope so. Because this will have a lot of stuff going on screen. Besides bullets and rockets, some asteroids, some power-ups, some ships. I mean, why not? Just throw everything in. And I like the design of this stage as well as I like the challenge of going fast and slow in the same stage. Having to dodge a lot of bullets, having to deal with a lot of enemies at the same time. It's a lot of fun. And it isn't feeling as cheap as the mine section. Sure, I mean, the walls here are annoying. It's
Laser.
making it hard to deal with the enemies. But it's part of the challenge, and with the homing laser you can work around that. And the walls actually make it feel like it's an actual outpost. Someone trying to defend that. So far it's going really smoothly. Not getting hit up to that point is great. Yeah, that is pretty normal, getting hit there. I usually use a power bomb about there and get it back instantly, because this game is running on no RNG but all patterns. So I know when I will get certain weapon drops, I know when I will get act drops, and I know the power bomb locations.
What a brave guy you are.
But yeah, this stage has a boss. Except in short mode, where you can play through most of the stage without a boss. And this boss actually is pretty annoying. It opens up one of its sides and starts to attack you with different attacks. Normal shots, rockets, asteroids. Which is really annoying. Oh, the blue shots, by the way, always get blocked by your shot. And this is why I love the multiple shot. I mean, it is with every single shot that connects the weakest weapon of the entire game. Because every single of the small dots deals a minimal amount of damage. But the pure amount here is so good. Yeah, I mistook that one for a different one. But that's not a big problem. Yeah, that is the rocket one. Okay, I want to say there is the rocket launcher. Even on the lower end of the... Okay, that was to dodge. If I use power bombs, I'm actually invincible. So using that in some spots might save me alive. Which is especially good when I don't want to die for the boss to be finished. Sadly, this is also the longest boss in the entire game. Including being the most annoying one in the entire game. Not the hardest. The hardest one is still coming up. And it's not the final boss of the game. Oh yeah, right. I can stay very close to him right now. Laser and back to level 6. Yes! This is what I need for the next stage. We're currently at 37 minutes, yeah? I think we're looking at a 58 right now in terms of my time. So, welcome to Exploding Hell. This stage is a spaceship. But as you see, if you hit the sides of it, it's going to explode. And I got circles. Oh god. No. That is bad. That is really bad news. Because the circles are hitting the side all the time. So, normally it's a useless weapon. In this stage, it is one that actually is really bad. Okay. I can work with this one a lot better. I need my power bombs for this stage for later on. Okay, power shot. Power shot is really good. So with power shot I have the really big advantage that I will hit stuff only in front of me, nowhere else. So all the explosions are triggered in a way that I can dodge them. I knew that power shot was coming up and I was looking forward to it because it's a great weapon for this stage. Multi-direction shot on this stage, I'm not a fan of it. I can set it to a different setting, sure. Yeah, and I don't want to have the laser right now because in this part the laser actually hurts. Triggers a lot of explosions and the only weapon that isn't triggering explosions like that is the one I'm currently using. There is my laser. Here I want to have it back for this part. What? Okay, that's your number 5. Not too bad. Usually you can make it if you get hit there. Oh yeah, power bombs, by the way. They trigger the explosions too. So try not to use them here. It's for the better. Yeah, that is part of this map, and I will get a power bomb later on here. Because there is one part of that map, by the way, there was a checkpoint right there. There's one part of the map where you actually need to use power bombs to not get damaged. And it's not that one, I just wanted to be safe here. Okay, I can work with the homing laser again. Right now the game is really generous with power bombs. It needs a lot, but it also gives you a lot of them. So the laser, as you can see, it homes in on the side of the ship because this is where the explosions trigger, and as such it is considered an enemy. Which is really not fun. Pretty much saying, yeah, we're homing in at all enemies, and even if the enemies only attack you if you attack them, we home in. And this is the spot I nearly fell for it again. Level 3. And time for a really fun boss. Not. So the first phase of this fight, I don't want to use power bombs. The second phase of this fight, I absolutely want to use power bombs. Because not using a power bomb there pretty much asks for you getting hit. And this is usually the most difficult boss in the game. But don't worry, you have another chance of seeing him because there is a small boss rush consisting of 3 bosses. And this one will return. So, Area 9, the last time I get a relaxing auto-scroller. Giving me quite a bit of upgrades here for the final stretch. And also what I consider the least interesting of the 3 bosses in design. I mean, what's that? The cylinders with the bigger cylinder in the middle. Yay! Spaceship!
Laser.
So yeah, you can see my points currently building up by a lot because I can destroy so much here. So this is really good high score stage basically. Also good for getting lives, for getting the yellow lives, level ups for the weapons. And here we have the boss, who will actually fight in an interesting way. He just comes towards you and spawns other enemies. So it's not only the least interesting looking, it is really stupid. Mind you, we're still inside that alien sphere above Earth. And we will get reminded of that right now. Because stage 10 pretty much looks like stage 1.
Laser.
It is a way harder version of stage 1. And yeah, that's pretty much all that is to this stage. Also, the second half, including the boss of this, is the final stage of the short mode run, with which we have all 4 stages for short mode. Being stage 6 as the first one. For some reason, stage 4 as the second one. And yeah, this is the last one. Yeah, and in the middle, the outpost, which I really love. So after this stage, there is a new mechanic I haven't talked about yet, and that is the select button in this game. Because it has a very, very important use in stage 11, and in stage 11 only. It will change my ship's speed. I can do it right now, as you see. I'm moving a lot faster, now very slow. It's the squares in the top left, they show which speed I'm on. And I'm usually playing on the standard setting, which is one of the 3 squares filled. Not the slowest, but also not so fast that you can't control the ship. Makes no difference for how fast you go through the auto-scroller. It's just how fast the ship goes left and right. And I find that the ship isn't that responsive on the higher speed tiers, which is why I usually don't use them. The one big exception will be stage 11. Stage 11 is awful. God awful. Back in there would be a life. But I actually don't need that one. It's very likely that you get killed or at least hit when you're trying to get that. Okay, power bomb here. Get it back here. So, that is part of stage 10. Now to the boss. Oh wait, no, not yet. But as you can imagine, it is a reimagining of stage 1. The boss will actually be pretty much the same but hard. Has a lot of new moves. It is quite dangerous compared to its first form. And it can easily ruin your day. So you want to be prepared. I have 4 power bombs. Yeah, that's enough. That is more than enough. But this means I will take a hero. Well, I will take an intentional death at the final boss, as it seems.
You counted in with your total of deaths.
Sorry?
The intended death, do you count it with your total of deaths?
Yeah, I wouldn't have counted it if I hadn't died before. So I would have said, yeah, okay, that is pretty much deathless for unintentional deaths. But when I already have died, nope. I have to pay. What I really like about this game is the fact that it's completely skill-based. There is literally no RNG to this game. There is no RNG drops. The green sinks there, they actually act always in the same way. And I picked up one too early. I wanted to have missiles, which would have been number 5. I just mistook the pattern here. So, multi-direction shot, very useful as you can see, but for higher damage, just go with missiles. By the way, it doesn't matter if I can destroy the cannons early on or not. Ah, crap. That wasn't planned, but I still have my very trusty power shot here. And I'm already prepared to fight in the next stage. And the next stage has a very, very good opponent. One that is easy to kill. It's Speed. The entire difficulty of the next stage is you're going super fast. And I'm not joking. This is why I want to have the speed at maximum. Currently the stage is going decently well controllable. Getting worse. And now it's starting to get better, but we're getting enemies. Because why wouldn't we? What? Okay. That was number 7. But it may save me from taking the intentional death. Oh yeah, also the green tag can block enemies. So, more dodging. And
Multiple shots.
going to switch to multiple shot. Because this is the weapon I want to have for the very last stage. What's the time saying? 52. Yeah, there's not much game left. This is stage 11. Area 11 cleared. And onwards to area 12, which is the very last area of the game. Here at the start, the laser actually isn't too bad of a weapon, but we have 2 boss fights incoming. Well, 3 to be precise. 2 refights and the final boss. Which isn't Dark Mind, sadly.
Aww.
But it's also very cool.
Multiple shots.
I don't know if it has an official name,
Multiple shots.
but I'm calling him Space Megadas. And once you see him, you will know why. So yeah, this boss, not much of a problem. Just take some time. And now we're on to the second part of this stage, which is a lot more difficult.
Missile.
Yeah, missiles, that's okay. I can use those. They're actually not that bad for this part of the stage, because they home in on enemies. And at the same time, they are very high damage. So yeah, remember this guy? He's back. And he is as bad to fight as he was before. He will spin his, I don't know what it is, satellites. And he will shoot a lot of stuff at you, which in itself is really bad. There's multiple shot. Nice. Okay. Using the one power bomb I got. Yeah, and there's what I was thinking would be coming because this boss is awful. What? Okay, back to way before the boss, sadly. I didn't saw that one coming. But I have already defeated the first boss, at least. Usually the game puts you back behind the first boss, I think. Was a long time ago that I died there the last time. Nope, I have to fight him again. Okay. Okay. I have to take it a bit careful here right now.
Power shot.
By the way, I can use one power bomb without problems right now. Because the game will actually restock me on one. At some point. Okay, if I die, it seems not to restock me. Doesn't matter. Because I have the power shot. So I'm just waiting for this one to appear, and yeah, I needed that power bomb there. I'm trying to deal with the big guy first, as good as I can. There he goes. Okay, I know that this is a checkpoint. Great. Just to show it off. There actually is a checkpoint in this stage. Is it still later? What? There actually is a checkpoint in this stage, and it is after the second boss. And way before the third boss. That is the interesting part. So it has to be right after the first wave of enemies. Because the game actually wants you to have a fair chance at the last boss and not go in without any health. But what's even worse than that, during my casual playthrough of this, I died at the final boss, game overed, and the game crashed. Didn't let me continue. And because of that, I actually know where the checkpoint is because I saw it a lot.
Multiple shots.
A whole lot.
Are we going to see the checkpoint today?
Yeah, we are not. Because I'm not going to die anymore. I'm going to take the slower strats here. Yeah. Sure. Try to hit me. Come on. Yeah, laser strats still are the easiest, but they are slower. By the way, no intentional death anymore, because it would put me back way too much, and I don't keep the damage I put on the boss. Here we have the snakes, I guess. They are strange. I know that much. And now we're coming up to the final boss of the game, Space Megaforce. And now you will understand why I call him that. If you have a better name for him, let me know. There's my multiple shot. And in this fight, I actually want to have that weapon. Time. Yeah, that was the final boss of the game, Space Megaforce. And he went by much quicker than usual. Usually it takes about 4 minutes to take him down, so this time it was a super clear fight. We're getting a nice cutscene here. The enemy sphere is breaking apart. The pilot is giving the thumbs up. And that actually in the US and European version is all the story you get. There are no cutscenes, nothing. The Japanese version has cutscenes. A lot of them. Which is why we don't run the Japanese version. Except if you want to see like 6 minutes of cutscenes. Between every level you have one. Yeah, feel free to check out the game. Feel free to try yourself. And
the
yeah,
big
with that,
and the big question is, how many times did you die? I thought I counted 11 times.
11? I actually don't exactly know. Anybody has an idea? Else I think chat can help out.
I don't see somebody in chat, so
Yeah, we will figure out.
okay.
But it was at least 10 times, yeah. Because I ended on 2 lives and usually I have 12 at that point. So it has to be 10 or 11. But no game over.
That's great, at least.
But yeah, with that, have fun with the marathon. Thank you for the host, Rashla, and I think you can tell about the next run and some incentives.
Of course, thank you, DarkCucco, for that amazing, unfortunately not deathless run of Space Megaforce. Next up, we got Hotline Miami by